Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Monique Renee and this is my art channel. So I actually have an announcement before I start in with the topic of this video, and that announcement is I have started a vlog slash everything else channel. So I will be uploading vlogs. I want to do some recipe videos, basically any kind of video that I personally want to make but feel doesn't fit this channel. I will put onto a separate second channel and I will link that down below so you guys can check that out if you want to. So yeah. Also, I am drawing in a toned tan sketchbook today. I'm also using some Col-Erase Colored Pencils and a blending stump and some other materials, but I will have all of those listed in the description box below. So now let's get onto the main topic of this video. And the topic of this video is kind of a story time, kind of a advice, but basically it's something I feel pretty strongly about. And what happened was, in high school, I quote unquote gave up on my dream. So I feel like this is a topic a lot of other high schoolers slash 20-somethings can maybe relate to, and also something to keep in mind if you're younger, maybe just going into high school. But anyway, let's get on to the topic of discussion. So, when I was in high school, I saw the movie Tangled for the first time. I was a freshman in high school, and I saw that movie and I decided, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to work on Disney movies. I want to work in animation. I want to make beautiful stories come to life through the magic of animation or something like that. And all throughout high school, I thought I would not be happy unless I worked for Disney. That was my dream. That was my dream job, and I was going to do anything I could to make that a reality. I had made plans to move to California and go to school and all this kind of stuff. And then the more I progressed throughout high school, I had to do some more soul searching. And by the time I was in senior year, I was faced with graduation and what am I going to do after high school, and, you know, the typical teenager-y things one experiences when they graduate. And at this time, I was looking into a local art school. I was thinking about moving in with my boyfriend. My health was not in a great place. And a little side note, for those of you who don't know, I have a chronic illness called cystic fibrosis, and that influences me a lot in the decisions that I make. But anyway, so I was dealing with all of this. I had all these factors, and I ultimately made the decision to take a year off. What made me decide this was I was still planning on going to art school and I still wanted to do all these things. I just thought I would take a year off. I would focus more on my health, maybe get a job, save up some money, so that college wouldn't be as expensive. And as life would have it, I ended up never going to school. As soon as graduation happened, a lot of changes in my life also happened. I ended up moving in with my boyfriend, and my health took a harsh turn south. So a few months after I graduated, I kind of had to soul search and think to myself, okay, what are my options? Yeah, I could go to art school, and I would be $80,000 in debt. My health would suffer even more because school is extremely hard on my health. Or I can just live with my boyfriend. I can experience working a little bit. I can save up my money. I can still do art. Will just take life as it is. And that's kind of the road I've been traveling on. So in a sense, I gave up on my dream to work for Disney. But I don't think that's a bad thing. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized I don't know if I would have been happy if I ended up working for Disney. Like I mentioned earlier, I have very poor health, and I know that the animation field is extremely demanding. So even if I did go through all of college and put myself through all that debt, and even if I managed to get a job in a very competitive field like animation, who knows if my health would have been able to keep up with the workload. And for me personally, that is a risk that I wasn't sure I wanted to take. Where I was at in life. I was happy. I was living with my boyfriend. That was pretty awesome. I enjoyed having independence. I enjoyed having my own money. And the cool thing is, because I didn't go the route of college and job and Disney, I discovered YouTube. I was bored one day and I decided to start a YouTube channel on a whim. And now I have this thing that means so much to me that would have never happened otherwise. So the point I am trying to make here is that there is not one road to success or happiness. I thought there was in high school. I thought I would only be happy if I worked for Disney. And I thought that, quote unquote, giving up on that dream made me a failure. I thought I went through like a whole crisis of who am I? What even do I have anymore if not my dream? But now that I look back on it, it's a little silly. I am who I am. I am a person who loves art. I'm a person who loves Disney. I am a person who faces struggles due to illness. And none of that's changed just because I decided to take a different life route that may or may not make me happier in the long run. And that's okay. I don't know if I would have been happier working for Disney than I am right now. I don't know if that would have been a good idea. I don't know if it even would have worked. But the point of the matter is my choices that I have made have led me to where I am right now. And I am happy with that. I am very happy with my life and my choices. Even if it's not my quote unquote dream from high school, even if I'm not working my quote unquote dream job for Disney, I am happy. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Everyone has so many different choices in their life, and I don't believe that any single choice will make anyone's life better or worse, especially a choice like a job, where to live. Those factors don't quite matter as much as your outlook does. And I know this is easier said than done, but I live the best life that I can live. I do have limitations. I do sometimes wonder about what would happen if I went to art school and maybe pursued a different path, but I am where I am right now, and I am going to keep making decisions to make my life better that affect the life I am living right now. An example of that, like I mentioned before, would be starting a YouTube channel. That was an option I didn't have before, but because I made the decision not to go to school, I did have that option. So I took that opportunity. And different opportunities have come up because of it. Because of YouTube, have illustrated for books, which is a passion of mine I didn't know existed, that now I do. I have a better understanding of my art and what I want to accomplish with my art. I realized that it's not the animation that I wanted to do, but it's the storytelling that I wanted to do. And now I can focus more on telling my own stories instead of someone else's stories. And all of this I would have never learned if I didn't make the decision to quote unquote give up on my dream. And I hate using those words because I don't feel like I gave up on my dream at all. I've always just wanted to be happy and to create art. And that is what I'm doing with my life. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I kind of lost my way a little bit, but I hope you guys have stayed with me. But really the main thing that I wanted to get across to you guys is that there is not one road to happiness, no matter what you may think. There is not one single thing that you think of, oh, if I just had this, my life would be perfect. That doesn't exist. You need to make your own life perfect yourself and be happy with where you are. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have goals or you shouldn't try to make your life better, but I'm saying that you do not have to have a very specific idea of success and be so unwilling to change that idea of success that you end up missing out on other opportunities that might make you just as or even more happy. And I feel like with the art field especially, so many people have this idea of, oh, if I could just get a job at Disney, oh, if I could just, work on this video game company, oh, if I could just do this. And then they get so stuck in that idea of, oh, if I just, that they forget to live their best life right now. And then who knows, maybe that what if never comes. And then you live your whole life waiting for something that never happens. And you forget to live in the moment. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. There's not one road to happiness. Be flexible with who you are and your goals in life. Say yes to things. Don't be afraid to say no to other things. And just live your life. And don't be afraid to quote unquote give up on a dream if you find out it's not what you wanted. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have time for today, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, become a member of the Fairy Fam, and let me know what you guys think about this video and about dreams in general. I'd love to hear your opinion. So anyway, thank you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!